Hey guys, Vlad here, and as I promised in my previous video, here is the review of the all-in-one liquid cooler from DeepCool. This is the Castle 360 RGB V2 model. And if you are new here, make sure to subscribe, it means a lot. So let's begin. DeepCool might not be as popular on the AIO market as Core Series or Cooler Master or NZXT, but it offers competitive products for affordable price. So let's check out how this one performs against all other popular AIOs. When we look at the box of the cooler, it looks like it packs a pretty solid product inside. It feels pretty solid and heavy, and at the front you can see the picture of the cooler where the fans are not RGB lit, although they do support RGB lighting. In the corner you can notice GamerStorm logo, which is also present on the pump, and that is for all premium product that comes from DeepCool. You can notice the RGB features of the cooler at the bottom area, which means that you will be able to synchronize the cooler's RGB lighting with the RGB lighting of your PC components, such as the motherboard, case, or any other device. So let's see what's in the box. So we have a cooler itself, of course, with a gorgeous pump which is RGB lit. It only has two of these cables, one is for the pump power and one is for controlling the lights. Thermal paste is also pre-applied. On the other side there is a fill port, so you can refill the liquid if needed. This is a neat option to have, as not every cooler has this. As I said, it comes with anti-leak technology inside, and it helps the system achieve an automated pressure balance, which significantly improve operation safety of AIO liquid cooling systems. Inside the radiator, an elastic pressure relief bag is added, with one side exposed to the air and the other side dipped in the coolant. When the internal pressure exceeds atmospheric pressures, the bag will be squeezed and thereby increase the system's internal volume. As a result, the increased pressure is released and the risk of leakage is avoided. You can click the card in the corner to see the official demonstration of how this works. In the box you have the three fans. These are the 120mm model fans, and they are RGB addressable, which means they can be controlled either via the included controller or through the motherboard software. These fans are a little bit better than the one that comes with the Matrix 70 case you saw in my previous review. Just click on the card on top if you haven't seen it. And they have these rubber inserts which prevents vibration and dampens the noise a little bit. In the accessory box you get all needed mountings for Intel and AMD sockets. They have also included RGB accessories, which include 4-pin PWM fan splitter. It supports up to 4 fans to be controlled on one fan header port. There is also one RGB splitter which supports 6 addressable devices to be easily daisy-chained together. And if your motherboard doesn't support a RGB connection, there is this little controller which uses one of your SATA power connectors. Installation of this AIO is fairly simple. Make sure to check which CPU socket you have. You can read it on your motherboard. In my case, I am using the AM4 motherboard. This is the Aorus X570 Elite and it has the AM4 socket. Therefore, I am using the mount kit for AMD AM4 socket. Just follow instructions in the manual and you are good. Make sure that you use longer screws for attaching the fans to the radiator and not the radiator itself to the case. You know who did that. So I repeat again, small screws to secure the radiator to the case and large screws to secure fans to the radiator. Time to mount the pump on the CPU. Secure them by hand. No tools needed here, just make sure to check every screw and use the crisscross pattern while securing them. And that's it. And now for that satisfying moment. This AIO does not use any software to control the pump. You just connect it to the CPU fan header on your motherboard and that's it. Route your cables to the back side and use included fan splitter to connect all the fan power, and use the RGB splitter to connect all the lights to the motherboard. If your motherboard doesn't support ARGB connectors, you can use the included controller. So time to see how it performs against the NZXT X62 AIO cooler, against the Noctua NAGU 12S Chromex cooler, and against the AMD stock cooler. This is the Wraith Prism cooler we're talking about, the one that comes with the Ryzen 7 models. And I ran the AIDA64 stress test with pretty much maxed out settings, so this is the worst case scenario. Most of the users won't stress their PC like this, but it is good to know its limits. In games, temperatures are pretty decent, and it's worth noting that idle temperatures are better than most AIOs out there. And what's more important, pump noise is lower than competition. And that would be all for today, guys. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, follow our friends from DeepCool also, they have sponsored this video, so thank you DeepCool, and make sure to subscribe, it means a lot. I'll be seeing you in the next one.